Good morning, grade 8. Good morning. How are you all today? Today we are going to start off with another topic, and this is about the distribution of natural vegetation. Can you guess what we are going to talk about today? We are going to talk about the deciduous forest. What are we going to talk about? Deciduous. That is how you are going to learn it. It is deciduous. It is deciduous forest. What is it? It is deciduous forest. Today we are going to talk about the deciduous forest. Now, what does the word deciduous mean? The word deciduous means is falling off at maturity. Deciduous means is falling off at maturity. Okay. Falling off at maturity. That is the word deciduous mean. It also means tending to fall off. Deciduous also means tending to fall off, or it also means falling off at maturity. And it is typically used to refer to trees or shrubs that lose their leaves seasonally. So those trees or those shrubs which lose their leaves seasonally are supposed to be a part of the deciduous forest. Is it clear? Now can you relate what it means falling off at maturity? Now can you relate it? Yes. Most commonly during autumn. And which is the season when the leaves fall? The leaves fall during the autumn season, right? Okay. And to the shedding of other plant structures such as petals after flowering or fruit when ripe. So it also talks about other plant structures like the flowers and the fruits which shed once they are ripe. Okay. Now what I want you all to do is, I want you all to open to your content sheet 3 of week 2, page number 25. And we will be talking about the rest of the chapter from there. Okay. So what I want you all to do is open to your page number content sheet 3. Okay. And it is here. The deciduous forests are located close to the taiga biome. It is page number 2727. Okay. So where are the deciduous forests located? They are located close to which biome? We talked about the taiga biome lately. Okay. These forests are called as broad-leaved forest or the temperate forest biome. Okay, they are also known as the broad-leaved forest or the temperate forest. The trees in the deciduous forest lose their leaves at the end of their growing season. So once the growing season is over, the trees are tend to lose their leaves. Okay, deciduous is derived from the Latin word decidere. Decidere means to fall off. Now, this deciduous comes from the Latin word, and that is the Latin word is deci. It is decidere. Okay, this Latin word decidere, this means to fall off. What does it mean? To fall off, which refers to the leaves of the trees. Now, this word decidere refers to the leaves of the trees falling off. The leaves of the trees are usually broad and fall off seasonally to conserve the loss of water due to evapotranspiration. Now, why do these leaves fall off? Because the leaves are very broad. Okay. And what happens is that they fall off because they tend to lose a lot of water due to evapotranspiration. Evapotranspiration. Okay, due to evapotranspiration. Okay. Now, these forests are divided into tropical deciduous and mid-latitude deciduous forest. Now, they are divided into tropical deciduous forest and mid-latitude deciduous forest. Location. Now, the eastern half of Northern America and the middle of Europe is where the deciduous forests are located. Climate. The annual climate lies between 30 to 60 inches. Precipitation is in the form of snowfall. The temperature. The temperate deciduous forest have wider range of temperature from 22 degrees to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Plants. The soil is very rich in this biome. The soil is very fertile, very rich. Okay. Trees in the deciduous forest include maple, elm, oak, cedar, and most of these shed their leaves. Deciduous forests adapt remarkably to the seasonal changes by changing the color in the fall, that is snowfall. Okay, losing their leaves in or by winter, sprouting new leaf buds in the spring, and growing full leaves in the summer. There are also many shrubs and mosses that grow on the forest floor which don't receive much sunlight. Okay, so there are many because of the trees, right? This forest floor does not receive much of the sunlight, and this is the reason why many mosses grow here. Okay, and many shrubs grow here. Okay, and these don't receive much of sunlight. Okay, making it ideal for the growth of these kinds of plant. What kind of plants? Certain shrubs, certain mosses. The deciduous forest have layers of vegetation. This vegetation includes hardwood trees. Deciduous forests are bare during the winter. During the winter they are bare. Okay. If the leaves were not to fall off, then water in the leaves would freeze. If the leaves would not fall off now, then the water in the leaves would freeze. Okay, because it's so cold out there, causing the leaves to rot, and that would leave the tree to be vulnerable to bacteria and fungi. Now, if the leaves were there and acted to the tree, then the water in the leaves would freeze, and if the water in the leaves would freeze, then what would happen is that the tree would rot eventually. Okay, because there would be bacteria and there would be fungi. Okay, that is why Mother Nature has made it like that the leaves tend to fall. Okay. Now, to prevent the water in plant stems from freezing during winter, plants produce a sugary solution that helps them to survive the harsh cold weather. Similarly, the trees often contain sap to prevent their roots from freezing during winters. These forests reflect the different seasons with ever-changing color palette, not for aesthetic beauty but for survival purposes. Okay, now there are a few facts. Okay, one of the more worrying deciduous forest fact is that these trees continue to be cut down. This is because trees in these forests are sought after for many materials that people use on regular basis, amongst other things. The trees in this biome are used for construction and firewood. In addition, deforestation occurs so that the large area of land can be cleared to make space for expanding human settlements and farmlands so that more crops can be grown. Again, we are destroying the most convenient habitat of humans. Okay, there is this do you know thing also, that is the safe forest. Deciduous forests exist around the world because they experience all four seasons. The many birds and animals and insects that live in these forests have to adapt to the change in temperature. The 5 zones of vegetation provides an abundance of fruits, vegetables, which not only provide food for animals but for us also. Okay, as most people live in this biome, poaching and deforestation are unfortunately very threatening. Now, this is the map of the world where deciduous forests are located. Okay, please go through it. Please relate this map to your atlas and see which countries fall under the deciduous forest region. Okay, happy learning, children. Do Google about it. Okay, do Google about how the leaves fall. Do see videos on YouTube about the deciduous forest. This will enhance your learning. Take care. Happy learning. Thank you.